Hey guys, Colin here, and wanted to share what I'm looking at right now. I'm currently in a trade with the Euro Swiss franc, and let me give you some reasons why. Okay, so for one, we're zooming out here on the 4 hour. Okay, and on the 4 hour, as you can see, we are in overbought territory now. Okay, and we look in the past from some history here. Every time it's gotten up here, we've had some major moves down. Okay, so that 70 line has acted at like some, as some previous resistance. We went just a little bit over the 70 last time. We went at about 72. And as we can see right here, we came right here again at about 72 before taking a slight dip. So it's battling right now at this level. But one of the things we look at is going back up here. We can see 3 times. So far it's made 3 attempts to kind of break through this area, and it hasn't yet. Right, so I'm actually in a sell order right now, but I have a stop loss set very tight over here. The reason I have it set so tight, if we look at it on the daily, is that I think, ultimately this is going to go up to visit the 200-day, right? But is it going to do that right at this moment? I don't see enough. I don't see enough evidence of that just yet. Okay, so what I'm looking for it to do is to do a little retrace first to gather some strength and then head up. So on the daily, of course, you can see it's making its way up, but on the 4 hour, it's overbought. On the 1 hour, it's overbought and has been overbought for most of the day. You look on the 30-minute, right? It was overbought significantly, came down to cool off a bit. So, on several charts, on almost every chart, it's overbought, right? So these are indications for me that, hey, this needs to cool off and take at least a little dip before it continues its journey back up. So, like I said, that's why I have a tight stop loss, because if it breaks that, then I know it's going to venture at least up to here, right? Right around 1.14143, and ultimately could go as high as around 5, between 1.14477 and 600, anywhere in between there ultimately, right? Before it turns around and makes a massive correction. So that's what I'm looking at with this particular trade. I don't normally keep my stop losses very tight. I don't normally put tight stop losses, but only in cases like this where I still see that there's room for it to continue going up, but it could be facing a cool down period right now. And as you can see, I have my take profit above all of these levels of previous resistance, because what was resistance now becomes support, including these 2 candles over here. So I have my take profit set above those areas. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for that. If that trade actually comes through, then I'll probably be looking at, I don't know, just a little over $1,000 I'll make on that trade. Okay, but just wanted to explain to you why I was looking at that particular thing. The other one that I was looking at, I do believe, is this one, right? That's the New Zealand USD. Okay, so So we'll see what's going on right now with this. I was expecting a cool off, and so as you can see, it came way down here. It came back up. Now on the RSI, we have some divergence here, right? Because we have a lower high, significantly lower high, but this came up almost to the same level, right? And now we're making our way down to a lower low, and right here it's come back down to the previous level of support. So when you start to see some of that divergence, usually whatever the RSI is doing, the chart usually follows. We can look here and see this was a massive run up. We're looking at 67,527, 68. Okay, it's about 1,000 pips. It usually then will cool down at least 50% of the way, but this right here was a significant level. That's why my take profit level is just above that. Be a little less greedy than everybody else, guys. All right, take care.